When the fog is creeping and the moon is low, when the town is sleeping, Gauntlet starts to glow. That's when she rises for her midnight lunch. Naughty kids are prizes for her teeth to crunch. But if you obey me and obey the rules, you're safe from Bakura, she'll just eat the fools. Stay in when it's night, don't go out in the dark. Her claws will rend you well about on a lark.
From dawn until dusk is a safe time to play. Finish chores before twilight, the time of decay. And if the fog reaches our proud little town, the Rose Guard can't save you a second time around.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 3 of Monster Interrupted, our Pathfinder 2nd Edition Abomination Vaults Adventure Path. We are we're getting back into the swing of things. When we left, you guys had cleared out the guardhouse, and unfortunately, the drawbridge leading over the gap of part of the swamp had collapsed under the weight of our dwarf and our rugged orc barbarian, not a half orc. I cannot stress enough the difference between a real orc and a half orc. How cool is 2nd edition. Fast forward to now, we have a dwarf dragging a line because he missed a grappling hook after scrambling out of said river. We had our elven courier rogue nail the grapple with her first shot, but with an 11 swing down and end up on the muddy bank, and Krusk planting feet bang into the wall beside her. When we left off, I showed the audience that something had stirred. And since something is stirring, you guys are going to run off of your last 17 for Craig, 11 for Astra, 10 for Mr. Bender, but I need a perception check from Bella Luna and from Nargrin, please.
I got 14 for perception.
Okay.
And I got a 10.
All right. So, starting my encounter up, going off of, shall we say, a gut feeling. Starting with Craig Silvertusk.
Yes, sir. That is me.
Hanging on to your rope, feet planted just barely above the water line in the bottom of the wall. A little bit wet. What do you do? Climb up. Climb out.
I was gonna say, do I have like how high is the ledge above me? Can I climb up there?
Yeah, it's the proverbial like 10-20 foot wall of like the castle wall, and having 2 foot braced on a rope, you can make athletics check pretty easily to start hauling yourself up. Doop doop doop.
Let's do that.
Okay. So 3 actions, 3 climb rolls. Let me have them. Call them out.
9, 18, 18.
Okay. So slowly climbing your way up, 5 foot each of your actions, 15 feet above the water line, shall we say. And you are sort of within the arm's reach of where you could just grab the top next turn. So now you're at the top hanging on, choked up the rope right to your grapple hook.
Cool.
Next up, I'm just going to do a little something with my map here. Not that you all can see it, but I need to know that 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, dun 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 dun. One movement.
Out of the water.
5, 10, 15, 20 gets to you, Astra. A large, scaly snout, like a shark fin, only just the snout above water, the way a crocodile moves. Though this is no crocodile. You don't see any eyes, and the nostrils are way too big to be a croc. Comes skimming along the water. And then there is that flip of a fish as something goes under and comes up right under you. A big frog-tusked beast of something and using its last action attacks you and tries to bite you. Let's see. 2 feet planted on a wall with your carcass hanging over the water. I'm going to bite you in the butt. Because, well, that's what's dangling. And away we go. This thing comes up and grabs you, and fangs sink into your hips on either side. And you take 1d8 plus 4 piercing damage. You take 7 points of damage. Astra calls out in pain, I am done. Bella Luna is next. With a 14 perception, you hear and see straight through the open door, and then down, you see Bella Luna, Astra's rope start jiggling, and you can hear her crying out in anguish. What do? Bella Luna. Astra, get ready. You're on deck.
Well, my bow's already out, so I'll step forward and
Okay.
take a shot.
Okay. Move forward to see what's going on.
Yep.
All right. 5, 10 feet, you're in the doorway. The drawbridge is collapsed, so it is no longer, steppable. Okay. You could jump down onto difficult terrain and be right on the muddy bank, but that puts you dangerously close to, falling in, treading on a whole bunch of sliding boards. So up on the top of the bank, looking down, you see something has come out of the water and has sort of nipped at your friend. It has cover from the water, and Astra herself, I'm not going to say she gives cover because it is under her, not between you. But it does have concealment from the water. So I need what they call, instead of the old 20% chance in fog missing, what they call a flat check. So whenever I ask for a check that is flat, a flat check, you guys pick up a raw D20. No modifiers, nothing. It's a raw D20, which I need from you now, Sam.
Maybe.
Please.
17.
No problem. You see, as murky and dark green and muddy as the water is, there is still a darker, larger shadow. Guessing the figure of the form and adjusting your bow shot, you can shoot if you wish.
Yeah, I want to take a shot.
Okay. I'm going to give you a target here. Shoot.
Can I have a map too?
Sure. I brought the map up earlier. There you go.
Perfect.
No
thank you.
maps. You only just you in virtual space. And I'm going to take us to the battle board.
18 for my shot.
18 actually hits. Can I have damage? Shooting, stifing into the water. This thing takes a shot and lets go of her.
7.
7 points of damage. This thing sinks into the waves. Do you want to follow up with a second shot before you're done, or you want to move, or something else?
I'll take another shot.
Okay. Make sure you use your secondary with the penalties.
6.
6 and a miss. This thing moves rather fast under the water. Astra.
Yep.
It bit you in the bottom.
Yep. Uh-huh.
What you do?
I pull myself out of this freaking water.
Okay, can I have athletics check, please?
Yep.
You give me 3, you can get some height. Catch right up to, get way up there.
Sure. I will do that.
Okay, call them out for me.
12.
Yep.
11.
Yep. Thank God for rope braced on a solid wall.
And 11.
Okay, you find yourself bummy bleeding up next to Tusk, but you are actually closer to the wall. So instead of, you kind of like pulled yourself up onto the bank, closer to the door, and then you're, sort of 10 feet up instead of 15, because you moved forward as well as up. And that is you, which brings us down to Mr. Bender. You had just you were retrieving your line. And this all happens really fast. You're focused on your line, looking for the hook, and something goes flying past, attacks Astra, and the other elf comes running out, puts an arrow into it, and it backs off. What do you do? besides unmute. He does nothing. He stares there in stunned silence. Moving on.
Oh, look at me. There's a thing there. I'm a little slow in old age, you know. Let's see. We have this giant frog-looking thing.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to do... what do they call that judo roll? One of those fancy roll onto my... I want to drop my... I've got things in my hand, correct?
Yeah, you've got a line and a grapple. Rope and grapple. You want to make it an improvised weapon? Go fishing?
Absolutely. We're going to make an imp. We're going to give it a little swing and
Okay.
give it a toss.
All right. Go ahead and roll your ranged attack. So on your character sheet, there should be I think there should be like a basic. Where are we here? Should be something for just basic ranged tossing around.
In the combat tab.
Yeah, in your actions at the bottom there.
Yes, range.
Oh, combat. Sorry, you're right. There you go.
Attack.
Yep.
The base setting ones. We roll an 11.
Okay. With penalties of improvised weapon and the fact that this thing probably has a better AC than just 11-ish, okay. Now, even though for flavor, I'm having this thing move around, technically it's in the same spot and basically guessable. Okay. Can I have a flat check from you?
A flat check?
Yeah,
Where
just a D20. Pick up a random D20 and just toss it. Nothing to do with your sheet, just a real one off the board.
Oh, a whopping number 1.
Okay. Unsure where it actually is, you're guessing at its last position. You cannot be certain that murky ball that you're aiming at and unfortunately just missed is it. However, you have 2 more actions left. You could reel in the line with 1, or I should say, try to jerk it out, pull up the line as quick as you can, 15 feet with a snap and re-attack with said line, or you could do something completely different.
I think that I am going to drop the line. I can reassemble it after. And I'm going to attempt a ranged attack with Shuriken.
Okay. I need another flat check.
That's back. Oh, that was the D20, correct?
Yep.
Yep.
Now, I'm not certain if your first one holds for the whole round, but that would suck if you failed 3 times in a row. So for now, we're just going to go. Anyway, the flat check for concealment is only 5. So with a 6, you think you know where it is. Fire away. And let me quickly give you it. I'm not sure what this is yet as a target. Okay, fire away.
And I need my second roll, correct?
Yes.
Oh, that's not very good.
Go to your Shuriken, but second roll with it.
Yeah. Oh, okay, the roll didn't take. Just 1 second. Let's try that again. Oops, and then we move the sheet. Okay, hold on. Technical difficulties.
If you're having trouble grasping and dragging, if you just double click in the actual window of the number, it'll fire it off.
There we go.
There we go.
11 with a -2 for a 9.
Okay. Your Shuriken disappears into the muddy water. Good luck finding that later. Ammunition. Let's talk about ammunition. How many arrows does Bella Luna have left? I know you fired a whole bunch last game. I need you guys to start tracking your ammo. Because in 2nd edition, maybe they're durable arrows. Maybe you can go fetch them back. But if they're not, not on your person, they're sticking out of baddies, then we got to check them off. Now, if they prove to be durable, I'll just say you've collected them up after the battle, as long as it's not one walked away with that one guy. But something like, obviously, the Shuriken at the bottom of the lake is going to be something difficult. Please take those off your characters. And, moving on, one last action from Mr. Knoll, if you wish. You didn't retrieve the line. You dropped it. That's a free action. You get 1 left. I do not recommend 3 attacks at low level because you're just asking for critical misses.
Yeah, absolutely.
However, there's movement if you want to get down there, or...
And it is bouncing around, right? Yeah, so I'm going to move closer.
Okay. Did you want to jump in the water? The water looks relatively deep here, like 4 feet. It should break with a proper acrobatics, you could actually hit that water and take no damage with a nice cannonball. Cool.
Sure, take the rest of his meal to it.
Well, yeah, that's my job. You sure you don't want to do something flashy?
easy now, but I'm crazy. So yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm going to tap some fancy martial arts flip into the water.
Okay. So he rips off his shirt and he does the big Christ pose at the top of the like he's on a board, does the deep dive and does that arcing back slow fall, parts the water perfectly. This is what happens in his head. Let's see the roll.
I'm picturing like
I got a 14.
I'm just picturing like before he jumps, like the sun is just at like a perfect angle behind him.
Yeah.
And he's just looking mystical with the wind blowing his beard.
Oh yeah, like the fog breaks for a moment. There's that one beam coming down. Ah! and you know, with a 14, he does the flip. He gets the distance because there's like a 10-foot, out. Okay. Can I have athletics? Because this is also a jump.
Yeah, I gave you athletics, 14.
Oh, I thought I asked you for acrobatics.
Oh, okay. You want acrobatics? Okay. Yeah, okay. Sorry. Bad.
No.
Oh, I get an 8 for acrobatics.
I don't know. My board's filling up with casting spells. Stop spamming the roll, guys. You're screwing me up here. Where is his roll? Athletics. Oh, you did give me a 14. Okay, sorry. And then acrobatics of 5. Okay, so with a 14, I believe he manages to leap forward, get that 5-foot distance out. Turns over, does the flip, and with an 8, he's almost all the way back, and then he hits the water flat. Like flat on his back. Flat. Oh. Ow. You take a single point of damage.
Oh,
But non-lethal
nasty.
from that. And he's in the water, floating, and then he just slowly sinks like in Jello. Blah, 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 blah. And that is your final act, don't worry, for this round. Mr. Nargrin has already cast produce flame.
That was an accident. I was prepping myself, but yeah, I didn't realize you could click the button and make it roll as well. But that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna look over the edge. I'm gonna walk up to the edge here.
Okay.
Check out this.
Okay.
Is it under the water now, or is it still on top of the water?
Right. So what was your perception? You got a 10? Okay.
That was my
Right. So you come over with a 10 and with an easy of what's going on. There's a fight. Everyone's jumping in the water. There's something in the water. This is pretty much obvious. I need a flat check because it is concealed from you.
This is a 20. I'm rolling. Oh,
2.
I rolled a 2.
Okay.
Well, that was the. It doesn't
Stop
matter,
rolling.
the cat.
Stop rolling for the cat.
I don't know how to
Cat doesn't care.
Yeah.
Lucy's
That's just with the
Lucy's
bottom dice.
pointing, going, "It's right there. It's right there,"
Yeah.
and I'm not going in.
Lucy,
Right.
attack it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know why it's saying cat when I do that, but
Okay.
it's all right.
So, all the dark shapes in the water, and now there's a dwarf adding to the shadows.
Mhm.
Blub blub blub. You can't quite make out. Also, firing fire into water blind may not
too
be
good.
great, but technically it's magical. It should get in there, and it may reduce the damage, or give it extra cover to its AC. But
Boil it alive.
I will actually then, if I can't really see it very well, I'll just pull out my glow dart gun and fire a shot with that.
okay.
That's okay.
Yep.
So, do that there. Glow dart gun.
Okay.
Sorry, it's not gripping here. Grip and roll. There it is.
Okay.
We rolled a natural 20 plus 5, so 25.
All right. Now I have done something in air. I'm asking for a flat check to make out a target, assuming that you're going to
I did the 2.
to attack. Yeah,
That's what the 2 was.
but I should actually ask for it after your attack roll because
Oh.
you failed your flat check. Unfortunately, it wastes the 20. And it's
Oh,
kind of mean to ask for it
okay.
up front because I had you like using perception, and then there's like, oh, you're gonna attack it, and I'm so into this concealment roll. It's like, wait a minute, no, sorry, perception. Do you see it? Yeah, you think you see it, right? What do you want to do? I want to attack. Natural 20. Okay, well, it has concealment. You got to beat the flat check for that to pierce. Does that make more sense? Sorry, I kind of did it out of turn. So, retrieve weapon, 1 action, fire 2, and you
Sure.
moved up. So I think you're done, sir. And
I moved 1 step up. Yep, that's it.
Oh, well, you can make a step for free. Were you only 5 feet away?
I did. Well, I was back 5 feet, so I moved forward 5 feet to the edge of the bridge.
Okay, well, you can take a free step, and you still have an action left if you wish. You want to...
No, I think
unable
I'm
to ID
okay.
a target, I wouldn't,
Yeah, I'll leave it as it is. There's
Now-
not much else I can do.
For Corey, I had him make the flat check every time he fired. So if you want, you can take another shot and make a fresh flat check and hope for the best. But you will be taking this one at a penalty.
Okay. Well, let's go for that then. Might as well not waste my action.
Okay, so just give me 1 second
So-
to give you the target. Okay, go ahead.
So do you want me to do the flat check first?
Nope.
Or does it make...
Sorry, you should fire the shot and then see if it breaches concealment.
Okay, so this is I'm doing it on the second one there where the bonus is less, right? Okay.
That's right.
So I rolled a 17 plus, so 18.
Oh, very nice. And that would actually hit it. Now, as long as you can roll 5 or over, over 5. There
11.
you go.
So there we go.
Okay, so give me blowgun damage.
Blowgun damage is a blowgun dart. Or where's the damage here on it? Okay.
It's like a needle, or it should be right next to the weapon.
I'm trying to find it here. 1 piercing non-lethal. So I'm not sure what that. Blow darts are.
You can double click the damage and it should roll it for you.
Okay. So
it's not here.
it's not listed as non-lethal, so that's fine. I have a non-lethal, like in the temporary damage, so I can just give it to the creature, which I've done.
Sure.
Okay.
Good. Let's do that now. I can't see the damage listed on here anywhere, so that's fine.
Yeah.
All right. And that's all I can do.
Now, I believe Anvil Bender, Mr. Bender, you fell while doing acrobatics in the last room, and you landed on the guy. He took lots of damage. You just took like 1 point non-lethal. So this is your second point of non-lethal from hitting that water. Just so you know, I hadn't scored it, but I'm just sticking it in now in case you're wondering why. Also, that's getting jacked up really quick. Even Craig, you guys are non-lethal buddies. He has some from the exploding wall, I believe. Okay, so that is Mr. Grim done. Okay. I am going to take this little mischievous Fae off the board. You cannot see him, and he's gone off to do something. Which brings us to Craig. You are up, the monster's on deck, and then we go to Bella Luna again. Craig, you are at the top of this wall, and there's all kinds of fighting going on below you, and you're missing it because you're such a good climber.
Yeah, I'm itching to get in the fight here. Can I jump down to where Astra is?
Yeah, actually, if you want, you don't want to like land on her. So if you wanted to kind of like swing wide, right?
Yeah.
So rappel down, give yourself like some slack, 5-10 feet, and then zip over. You know what I'm saying? So again, that would be athletics. You could like push yourself off one direction, slide the rope out, and then use the swing. That's not bad. Okay. Plant yourself. It's not a terribly difficult move.
And then I'm gonna like do a quick jerk of the rope and pull my grapple down and reel it in.
Okay. That might cause trouble. Because if you I'm gonna have you roll for it, and if you roll low, you'll get it, but you could bring debris and grapple right on your ally's head.
I'm gonna have to do it.
Okay. Can I have an acrobatics check? Oh, sorry, a dexterity. So it would be ranged. Just ranged. Because you're not being acrobatic, you're making a tool flip around like a whip or whatever, so. What'd you get?
11.
That's not bad. It does, you feel the wind on that Astra, but he, reaches out and grabs with the other hand. Okay, so a swing, retrieve, and what? Got one left.
I'm gonna try and throw it at the tusk frog beast, just like Cognal tried.
With a 9. 9. Splooshing in the water. And a flat check.
18.
Yep, you're pretty sure you can make out it as opposed to dwarf. It'd be funny if you actually hit the dwarf and then dragged him in, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But a 9 unfortunately does not. You hit it, but it doesn't cause damage, like it doesn't sink in, or you just annoy it.
Yeah.
Ping. And that's you, sir. Now we have me. Okay, I had a bite of elf butt. Yum yum. Now you're beating me on the head, but not really doing any damage with your thing, and there is a dwarf in the water beside me, so I'm going to go for you. Hello, fresh meal. Yeah, I think we're going to go for the dwarf. You're in my domain now, buddy. Dun, 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 dun.
I'm not afraid of you.
1 melee attack. So this thing turns around, right? Opens its maw and goes to go for you, and all of a sudden, right? His grapple comes down and bonks it in the eye, and it jerks its head reactively to snap at the grapple and actually bites into the grapple, causing itself some trouble. And I'm going to pull an actual because it's a natural 1, I'm actually going to pull a fumble card. Dun, 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 dun.
He gets caught in my,
it literally
caught in my
says
grapple.
it literally says your weapon is lodged into a nearby surface or item, the grapple hook. To free it, I must succeed at a DC 20 athletics check made as an interaction. So it's hooked itself. It doesn't take any damage, but it kind of snapped at it and got stuck in like the loose fleshy. Doesn't really hurt me, but he's kind of stuck, pulling on the line. So there you are, Krusk. Got one. But you go back to in a second here. Bella Luna, you are up. Astra, you're on deck. Bella Luna.
Take another shot.
Okay. There's 2 dark figures.
15.
Okay, can I have the flat check? Not
15.
a D12, a D20.
Oh, 5.
D20.
Thought I had a D20.
Nope.
Where'd my... Oh, my D20's up there.
4. Okay, what?
Worse.
You miss. And he's right beside. So, what is your armor class there, Mr. Monk?
Good question. I don't know. The armor type? 17.
Okay. An arrow goes, flying past you and just sort of scrapes a little bit. We're not completely certain on the oops, I hit my friend rule, so I'm just, for flavor. Oopsie.
Looking across the bridge, I just see the look on Bella Luna's face as she like cringes.
This dwarf fist comes up like, hey! Breaks the water like a periscope. What are you doing? Bella Luna. That's 1 shot. You haven't moved. You've got actions left. What do you want to do?
Take another shot.
Care to try your luck again? Oh yeah, that's great. Shoot him. 3 critical miss. Oh, can I have another? Can I have another flat?
19.
Okay, at least you're shooting it and not the dwarf. Because if you had a critical miss and we're shooting blind, I definitely would have skewered him. Okay, a critical miss. Oh, what did you roll? 3 is pretty crappy. Now, this is not... I usually use these on characters only like in boss fights, because otherwise it can get really bad really soon. So, I'm going to say that you misalign your bow, and it costs you your last action.
Okay.
Okay?
Works for me.
Astra, 10 feet up the door. A grapple goes flying by your head, and then below you is is Krug, who's flung himself wide. What do you want to do?
So there's no ground beneath me, right?
There is. It's just difficult terrain. It's like boards and stuff on the muddy bank. So you could go up to the wall where he is and like snipe from above. You could climb up, or you could just come down and join the fray from down here.
I'll go up.
Okay. Can I have... Now, I only had you 10 feet up because you went in. So can I have a climbing check to finish?
It didn't register. Hold on.
Okay.
No, it's not registering. I don't know why.
Okay. What am I asking for? Athletics check?
Yeah, athletics check, I think.
Okay. Can you see what's going on? Like, can you see them? Or...
I rolled a 13.
Okay. Let me just try.
And then my
Oh,
plus.
that works for me.
It's okay. Well, I'm happy for you, honest. I really am.
No, I'm just
but
saying-
it's not working for me.
Okay, so try double-clicking the box as opposed to, or just try whatever you're doing, try the alternate method. Either grab the dice and throw it, or try double-clicking the... Oh, okay, you're clicking on the T. You need to click on
Honey,
the number.
I know.
Okay.
I picked up the dice.
Okay.
I drag it over to the box,
Okay.
and I throw it in.
There you go.
There, it's
So-
finally doing it.
Okay.
I've done it 5 times.
Were you trying to reset the training? Because I saw it going training master. I was like, oh, don't touch that one.
You said to do other things, so I started clicking.
Okay,
17.
You're up on top. What do you want to do?
Thank you. Medicine.
Okay.
Heal myself.
All right. You start a medicine check, so that's going to put you out, because unless you have battle medicine, feet to
That's
use
fine.
combat. Okay. So you get up there and you start bandaging, but they seem to have this well in hand. Adamantine Bender.
Yes, sir.
What do you want to do? You are up. Nargrin, you're on deck.
Is this lovely creature within reach? Can I see him?
You believe you see the blob. You take the swing, and then we make the flat check because he's in concealment.
All right. I'm going to draw my staff.
Okay.
I am going to attempt to attack in the direction of the very large blob.
Okay. Would you like to stand up? Like I said, the water is relatively deep, but isn't like.
Can I stand?
It's like 4 to 6.
Can I reach
It's like
the bottom and stand up?
Yeah, it's like 4 to 6 feet.
Okay, perfect. Let's stand up.
Okay.
Oh, 4 to 6 feet. Yes.
Okay. Right. So if you want
Is that
so
my?
so you because you kind of hit the water and we hadn't done anything with you, you were kind of floating there, right?
Okay, I'm 4'1".
Yeah, but you can step up to the bank.
Okay.
Like this kind of
So
thing.
let's
right?
let's do that. Let's
Okay.
move to where I can get some footings to
Yeah,
get a.
right. Now you're also close enough in the water that I would let you just sort of brace sideways, like get your feet under you for an action. Draw your weapon as a second action because you were using the spike and all that stuff, right? And then attack it as your third, or you can climb out and then reach out with your staff adjacent and try to attack it as it's surfacing in the water.
We're gonna go with your plan. I like it.
Okay.
It's more creative than my boring. I'm just gonna put my feet down.
Okay. So swimming in this game is athletics. So give me athletics. Relatively low DC. Just to brace.
He doesn't doesn't tell you all that, right?
Just to brace yourself. Wild guess.
24.
Oh yeah, you plant your feet. There's a nice hefty rock down here under the water surface. Good thing you didn't hit your skull on it. Get yourself planted, draw your staff, and try to come down and into the water or poke with the staff, as it were, like a spear. But you can technically, butt end people with it. And there's likely penalties for hitting something underwater.
6.
Critical miss. So he's wailing on the other adjacent rock. Can get you. Whack, whack, whack. He's going to town on this frog-shaped rock. Can I have a flat check? 20.
2.
Okay. Yep. You're convinced that that shadow down there is it, and you're going to town. You're winning. Nargrin, you're up, sir. What do you want to do?
All right, so how high of a jump is it from where I am onto the?
It's like a
the
it's like
ground
a 5-foot drop,
Okay.
and you're landing on what's considered difficult terrain, though.
All right. So can I look to see if I see the creature now before I start wildly shooting blow darts? Can I look at first and do a perception check? Does that take one of my actions?
Yeah,
or?
it would. And like I said, now that it's moving and everyone's attacking it, you get that for free. You'd be burning it for nothing because I would still require the concealment for you to make a connection.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. All right. Well, I'm just going to use. There's not a lot I can do from up here. I'm going to make a big jump off the bridge. Actually, I'm going to pick up my long spear.
Okay.
And I'm going to jump off the bridge and try to drive down into it with the long spear.
Sure. Okay, so one action, you pull your spear. You drop
Yep.
you drop your blowgun as a free action?
Yeah.
Or do you
Does it put it away or does it drop it? Or
Sorry?
does it put it away or is it actually dropping
It's
it?
your choice. If you put it away, it's an action. You draw a second weapon, it's an action, and then you could do like an athletics check to do like a flying leap as an attack. Without the feats,
Okay.
though, it's difficult. Your best action for the numbers is probably
Yeah.
drop blowgun for free, switch weapons, do the movement as an action, and attack as the third, and then you won't be taking penalties.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay.
We'll do it that way.
And you just go get your blowgun later. Okay.
Yep.
Can I have an athletics check as you lunge forward and try to come right down on it?
Athletics. Here we go.
Okay.
We rolled a natural 20 plus 3, 23.
Okay, so you can't finish your movement on a creature. So what you're actually going to do is you're going to go flying over, come down on it, and end up adjacent in the
Okay.
in the water, at least beside.
Mhm.
Okay, but with your athletics, you have it so that you're flying, you're twisting, and you've got the momentum, and then you're just attacking adjacently while you come straight down. Nice move, sir. Show the monk how it's done. And
Hey now.
sorry, well, he did this nice corkscrew. I mean, like you just flopped on your butt. He does this nice flying corkscrew. You know, he does the Jar Jar Binks with a spear. Skewers.
Too many ales.
Yep. Skewers it. or he will try, because we need the attack roll and the flat concealment check.
All right, so attack roll first, right?
Yep, attack roll
All right.
with your spear.
So that is going to be a 18 plus 3, so 21.
That does hit. And the flat check? Because
So
otherwise,
puts above
you're going to skewer a rock.
16.
Oh, you do. You do. Can I have the damage, sir?
The damage to the long spear, 1d8 piercing. So is it 1d8 plus anything here?
It should be in the weapon automatically. Like it should
usually.
automatically do your strength.
Just 1d8. So
Okay.
where's my d8 here?
Now you don't roll it. It should be in the weapon category.
I'm not seeing it there. I'm trying to find out where the damage thing is. I'm on the combat mode, but it's
Okay,
not
so
giving me
at the very bottom, go to Actions tab.
Yep, actions, yeah.
Right, long spear. You know it says 1d8 piercing. Just click on the entire word. That entire box is
okay.
activation.
Oh, okay, oh, there it goes.
There you
So I
go.
rolled 2.
Okay, so you managed to peg it in its arm, and it thrashes
Just
about.
jump off and
Yeah.
damn freaking stupid things in my swamp. I killed them here too.
However, you feel that it should have pierced better, and it drags a bit. It's because of its rubbery skin, and you manage only to do, because see how it says damage 1, not 2, partially absorbed.
Okay.
It seems to have some sort of damage reduction, or there's something going on with this creature. And that is you, sir. And now we come up to round 3.
Ah, I'm glad to have such an impressive goblin in my party.
Rubs it in. Thanks for that. Okay, Craiga. Sorry, Craiga. If that is your real name, what do you want to do? So this thing's stuck on
so-
your line.
So I've got him on the line.
Okay, now here's the problem. Okay, he is stuck, and he needs to roll a DC to free himself, which means you need to roll a like the DC to free your line, to attack it again, or it becomes a strength athletic thing as you try to drag this thing up.
Yeah.
But do you really want to drag this thing to your feet?
First, can I tie off the slack?
To what?
There's probably like from the broken bridge and stuff. There's probably like a spot.
Oh
of,
yeah,
like,
there's like a mooring or something.
Yeah,
Okay.
something I can
So you-
try and tie the rope to.
You drop the line in behind the deck brace, snatch it from
Yeah.
underneath, and pull it as taut as you can, where it's not, you're not fighting it, but you take that slack up, you loop it over. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I'm gonna grab the rest of the rope and do a strength check and try to pull him up.
Okay. Can I have a flat dex check just to see if you can quickly do this without it getting tangled or 6? No problem. So you just loop it over, give it the proverbial 1-2 loop, and you're not really going to tie it, like I said, not tie it off, but just kind of flip it over the line, around the board, over the line, and it causes friction. Then you grab onto the other one and give her a yank. Now, what was I looking at here? It was a DC 20 athletics check to get off the line. So it's trying to get off the line. So if you hit 20 or higher, it's going to just come out. Okay. Pull. Strength.
17.
So this is, I believe this is like grappling, like you're trying to push another, like move another object kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
So you need to make athletics against my fortitude DC. So I have I take my plus to fortitude save, and I had a base of 10.
24.
And that's 20 for me, and with 24, he actually starts dragging this thing in. So it pops up and is no longer concealed. And you guys see it plainly here. Right? And just half out of the water, but easily messed with. Okay. Now what do you want to do? Because now you got to hold him, right?
Yeah.
You let him go, he's probably going to want to go back in the water. As a third action, if you want to try and tie off that slack.
Yeah, I was thinking of, I'm going to finish tying off the rest of that.
You brought him in. Okay. So with your great strength, you haul him out. Anyway, you see him hooked, and it's like a fish. It's like in the jowl. It's not really going to hurt him. With 6, okay. Dropping the heavy line and just stepping on it. That kind of thing, just to kind of hold him there. And that's your third action. You are done. It is going to attempt an athletics check to try to break free. I need 20. I got a 19. Thrash. Try to break free. I cannot. I try again. 1. It managed to hook itself, like, even worse. It just doesn't seem to be getting on this thing. Anyway, like I said, it's not in the mouth. It's in the cheek. Okay?
Try all you want, you stupid beast.
So, this thing makes a weird noise in its throat, and from the back of its throat with its tongue, hawks a great big squirt of slime at you, hawks a loogie at Craig with an 18, and even if I give it a -2 penalty because I'm hooked in the mouth, it strikes you center. Oh, sorry, I've targeted Noel, my bad. Does an 18 hit you, sir? What's your AC there, big guy? No shield up or whatever.
If it's the same as my AC?
Yeah.
My AC is 18.
Okay, and that's not with... Because once you raise your shield... You don't have one. Okay, never mind. Okay.
No, yeah, I don't have a shield.
Yes, it just manages to hit you center mass with this big blob of goo, and it sticks to you. And it makes your, like, you know how you were holding the line and now you're ready to, like, go and grab your sword or whatever? It sticks your arms to your chest. And it sticks your, like, leg kind of down and together. You've become entangled.
Damn it.
So I'm going to give you the entangling condition in a moment here. But before we get onto that, let's talk about what Bella Luna and Astra want to do. Bella Luna, what do you wish to do?
Take another shot.
Okay. Shoot him.
Oh, no, this stuff stinks.
Oh,
Sorry?
12.
No. That is a miss. But hey, at least you don't have to roll for concealment.
Jeez. Let's try this one more time.
Now, may I suggest you take a free 5-foot step so that your allies are not giving it any kind of... Just to line up a shot?
Okay.
Okay.
5-foot step to the side.
Yep. Line them up. Used to shoot again.
Yep.
10.
11.
I don't see an entangling condition. I guess you are not entangled. It must cause something interesting else to happen to you. 11. Not having much luck, are we?
Nope.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm not taking another shot.
Okay, so this stuff sticks to you, and you gain the clumsy condition, clumsy 1, and you take a 5-foot penalty to speed for an hour, or until you manage to scrape all this stuff off. So it'll dissipate in an hour, unless you can find a way to get this stuff off you faster. So, Mr. Craig.
Me, okay.
Okay, so I'm going to give you the clumsy condition, which will actually give you some penalties in combat. So clumsy 1 goes on to you, and we were dealing with Bella Luna, who's done shooting for now. Okay.
Yes, I am.
Astra has taken herself out of combat because it's like a 10-minute thing to do medicine, so unless she breaks that and jumps in to help you guys are doing fine. Which brings us to our dwarf. It's up out of the water. It's adjacent to you. All you need to do is unmute and swing, batter, swing. What do you want to do?
Oh, swing, bada, swing. All right, let's grab this little staff and give him a poke.
Okay.
So we need this little fancy attack roll right here. Oh, we get 8.
Sorry, that is a miss. Care to try your luck
Oh.
again with the next attack down, the next one over? It's
of
penalties,
course.
but you never know.
That's all right.
There is a restrained condition.
Ooh, 16 even with my penalty.
That's not a bad idea. That is not a bad idea. I'm going to give... I could be wrong, but we are all trying to learn this together. Good call, Speak. We're going to have...
It's worse for me, but I figure
I've called in one of our auxiliary GMs starting next week. He's going to be a little bit of a satellite rules lawyer for us so that I don't have to stop and like look things up, you know, in the fly to keep things moving. I know it's my job to know this stuff, and we are trying to rapidly read and learn, but just having a second person that I could put on to looking stuff exactly how it works. So, Mr. Frog will be somewhat restrained. I like that. Well, I can kind of like move dynamically, like left and right on this line. Well, no, I guess you've pulled me in pretty tight, haven't you? Sure, we'll make him restrained. Sounds fun. So, sorry, back to our dwarf. How are you making out there?
I got a 16 for my second attack.
Okay, and with Mr. Froggy, my armor class unfortunately is 17. Missed by 1.
Ah,
Try again. I'm curious though.
try again.
Just do the same roll over, because I'm curious if you if restrain like drops his AC quite a bit. 7.
Oh, so
That's not gonna tell us.
7 for a 5.
For a 5. Because I believe restrain is probably not going to drop AC as much as just kill my movement.
Mm-hmm.
You know, might make me flat-footed. Which, you know what? I think that's actually totally worth looking up. So I'm going to hold your damage. Now, did you want to take a third action?
Well, it depends on whether I get to hit or not.
Okay. Well, in that case, we'll have to take a moment.
I'll tell you what.
Look it up.
I'll tell you what. We'll take a third one. Am I close enough to punch it?
Yeah, but you do more with your staff.
Yes, but my staff has a -7.
So does, yeah, but anything you would do has a technical minus because it's your third attack.
Well, yes, but my fist only has a -2.
As your third attack? It should be higher.
Yes. No, it says -2.
Hang on. Where are you? Mr. Knoll. Mr.
I can read, sir.
Actions. Fist. +6, +2, +2. Oh, I see. Because you just don't have the proficiencies with the bow staff. That's why. You're not proficient in the bow. Okay, that's why. Okay. No, yeah, sure. You're better off with the fists. Right. Go. Just didn't sound right, but I keep thinking because you're a monk, you already know how to use the bow staff, but there's a feat for that now. So you're taking terrible penalties. That should not be your leading weapon. Well, at least try for flavor.
17.
And that hits regardless, because that is my AC, so... Getting back to looking, yeah.
So I get for a 9.
Oh, very nice. Whacking away.
Say with restrained, restrained,
Yep.
you gain flat-footed and immobilized conditions, and flat-footed reduces your AC by 2.
Oh, there we go. So that would have hit. So I need more damage from you, Corey.
Okay, so we need damage from
the
where?
Staff, from your staff.
From the staff, okay.
Okay.
8 from my staff.
Okay, so going back in time, okay, it tries to move aside. You come down with the staff. You don't think you get a solid hit. You do connect. So you decide to follow up with a good punch, okay? And as you punch it in its side, okay, one of it right behind its eye, where you hit it with the staff, bulbs out really largely, like part of his skull is split. And since you push in the gut with the actual fist, it actually, like, gore comes out the back top of his head, and this thing just falls over at everyone's feet in a nice big heap. Well done.
Thank you, sir.
And you know how we know it's dead? Because I stopped the battle music, of course. The part starts playing. So it's like everyone's poised to continue their rounds of attacking, and it kind of stops moving, and nope. What do you guys want to do now? Back to...
No. Can I walk over to the frog thing?
Okay.
And I'm gonna
stare
at it and go, this is dinner. And I'm gonna rip an arm off of it.
Okay.
And put it in my backpack.
The second you touch it, you ever been in a bar fight?
No.
One of the crazy things to do, a buddy told me, is you grab a hold of someone, because if you have a hold of their person, you can just take the other fist and connect. You don't have to take wild swings where the guy dodges. You have hold of the guy's shoulder or whatever, then you can just go right to the face. You grab this thing's arm and it just turns, and knowing its physical position off its arm, it actually stops playing dead and takes a snap at you. and combat resumes.
Son of a gun.
However, Nargrin, it is your go. So what did you want to
Okay.
do? You just
Well, is it biting me, or can I make an action?
No, you can do whatever you want. I'm just saying, like, as soon as you touch it,
Okay.
it flails up like it's in its death rolls or something. It's like, oh, still game on. Okay.
Well,
So
I'll just jump back.
I was gonna say I would just cost you an action, like you took a free step, right?
Okay.
And it makes you hesitate. Oh crap! But you have an action left. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna just attack it with my long spear.
Okay.
Jump back
okay.
and stab at it.
Yep. Now, even though it's your third action, it's your first attack, so you get full bonuses.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
So I'll roll that right now.
Mm-hmm.
And we rolled a 13 plus, so a 16 total.
Yes, that hits.
All right, 1d8 piercing.
But it only hits because it's restrained. Thank you, Spiegler.
No, it's a 6. 6 damage.
6 damage. Okay. And now it just starts thrashing madly. It's had enough of you people. It's still going.
So
it's still going.
I have no more actions left, or
no,
am I having?
No, because I had you.
Okay.
Won't you just die already?
You call on the familiar, as it were, like a companion, which usually costs something. Which goes to Craig. Now, I will say this before we start the next round, okay? A lot of this, to keep things going, is a little bit of improvisation. Like, I'm sure that rules lawyers, by all means, guys, comment on when this goes up on YouTube and stuff about how, we don't mind you shooting loopholes in what we've done, especially my actions going, by the way, DM, he actually would have his third action, and then we'll know for next time. And having the comments helps reinforce, especially for me that's trying to run like 4 different game systems in this network. You know what I mean? Like, we don't take offense if you guys politely say, oh, by the way, DM, actually he would get his attack, you owe Lucy and Nargrim an apology, then we'll carry it and try to remember, in the next. So getting back to Craiga, you are up. What do you want to do?
I am going to try and pull out my maul.
Okay.
And jump down and double tap this big sucker.
Okay, now saying restrained is actually that you're tied up and can barely move. So I will keep the condition, but for next time, just hooking him would not restrain him, just so you guys know. I like this for flavor, but just I'm not setting a precedent, because if you actually read restrained, you're in the middle of a grapple and then the guy actually gets the hog tie on you and you're screwed.
Yeah.
So
I think from his critical failure rolls, when he tried to attack Cognul,
I sunk the line.
He restrained himself, kind of thing.
If he starts rolling up in the line, could give it that, sure.
Yeah.
We'll give you that. It's your special day. But usually, like, if you had done something juiced with a hero point and did an awesome roll, and I managed to wrap it around him, okay. As opposed to, like, he failed so badly, he's giving you a freebie. Yeah, that generally does not happen.
No,
nice try. So what do you want to do?
All right. So yeah, the clumsy status, does that affect me, like pulling out my weapon and stuff? Do I need to like make a dex check?
Clumsy actually will. Where are we here? Clumsy. You take a status penalty equal to your clumsy value on dexterity-based checks and DCs, including AC, reflex saves, etc. So since you're at clumsy 1, all your stuff is at like -1. So your AC is dropped to 17. Dex-based skills like acrobatics, but not that athletics, are at -1, that kind of thing. Because you've become you're sticky and you're a bit clumsy.
All right, so I will.
It's neat because it's a penalty across the board, but it's not a heavy penalty, where a player would go, oh, I'm out, I'm screwed. I can do nothing, right? Just a hindrance.
So you were saying we're like I'm only like 5 feet above the beast.
You're right in front of it, and you're a little bit higher because technically he's sort of in the water on the bank.
Yeah.
Not enough to get a +1 for higher ground, no.
Would my maul, though, would it be able to reach from standing above it, or would I need to jump down?
Oh, no. You're still adjacent. It's tight enough. Also, you've pulled it in. So even though it appears in the same square next to you, for flavor's sake, it's like right there. So go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'll take a swing.
Hold the weapon, take your swing. Swing, batter.
27.
Natural 20. Oh, sorry.
Nat 20.
I didn't have him targeted. Sorry.
Oh.
It's okay. So, where are we here? Bum. Okay. Nat 20. So, damage, sir? is how much?
I rolled a critical damage is 12 plus 9 is 29.
Okay. So you see how you have regular damage with your 8?
Yep.
Right. So that's 1. Okay. So now they've targeted you or targeted it. You've done the crit. Did you actually make it do crit?
Yeah, so I noticed if I click on this plus or minus block at the top right, it opens up modifiers, and you click on whatever modifier, and then you make your roll, and it adds the modifier to your roll.
What block are we talking about here? This is a learning
The
moment
top-
for everybody. What?
Yep. Top right corner where all the icons are, where there's like
the eye and the 3 shadow heads?
Yes. So at the bottom left.
Sorry. It looks like a stone block in the plus minus. Okay, right.
Yeah.
Okay, and one
click that.
one says critical damage, and then when you
Yeah,
roll
and
your
then
damage, okay,
I clicked critical, and it
that's-
like toggles it.
that's good.
and-
That's good for missed rolls. Okay. Geez, we've been playing a year with the other guys, and we didn't ever notice this. Way to go! I'm going to give you a hero point for that, buddy. You taught me
Oh,
something in the game that's going to help everyone, not just help you and me. It's going to help everyone, Spiegler. Now, speaking of said crit damage, okay, you can sacrifice that wimpy 9 for a crit card, which does all kinds of cool stuff. Sometimes triples damage, sometimes does all kinds of things.
Oh, what are these crit cards? Tell me more.
Well, like I said, you instead of doing double damage as a standard, right? You
Yeah.
do regular damage. So what we do is, you see how your crit dice shows up as green,
Yep.
right? It's the crappier of the two, so you're not bad with the card. You only get your 12 plus 4 damage, and you get the effects of this card. But sometimes the card just says triple damage or double damage plus this. Anyway, it does all kinds of neat things. You are doing bludgeoning, right?
Yeah.
Crumpling blow. So this thing is thrashing around on legs. You hit it square mass and actually flatten it, and it becomes prone. And the prone, it
Oh.
takes on the prone condition, which is penalties, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Cool.
Does that interest you? Or you just take your double damage.
I think for our current situation, I'm just gonna take double damage
Okay.
and knock this sucker out.
Okay. So a total of 29 points of damage. Yeah.
That is it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The hammer kind of goes through him, and now there's like squishy frog on this side of the hammer, nothing under the hammer, and squishy frog on that side of the hammer, if you know what I'm saying. We almost have
That's more like
we,
it.
we have a U-shaped frog. And pretty sure now you guys are certain that this thing is not gonna get up. Not bad. Just through a fluke and some of your ingenuity, guys, you managed to disable several of its powers, which I'm not going to get into. You just never know. That's why some people watch multiple podcasts to see how it plays out with different characters, different abilities, and sometimes what the monsters can and can do. So, victory.
Thank you, Newell, for the idea to throw the grapple around that sucker.
Victory. Now we go into encounter mode. So you guys we're going back into 10-minute turns instead of like 1-minute rounds or 1-minute round type of thing. Okay, so let's starting with Astra's patchwork job. Can I have a medicine check from Astra, please? Who unfortunately suffered damage out of the beginning. Let's talk about the difference between medicine checks, which take 10 minutes, unless you have a feat to do it in battle, and
4.
natural 1, 4. Okay. Let's go into the medicine check. Where are you? Astra. I would recommend if somebody has holy healing and stuff to save that for mid-battle and use medicine checks after battle when you have time to use them. So, pulling up the medicine skill. Medicine. Administer first aid, 2 actions, manipulate, stabilize, stop bleeding. Success, critical failure. If you were trying to stabilize the creature's dying, no, you were not dying. Treating disease, tempt poison, treating wounds. Here we are. Wounds. Success. Okay. Result of your medicine check determines how many points it gets. Critical success, you get extra. Success, you get 2d8. Critical, you get 48.
Pretty sure I failed.
You rolled. Is that a d20 or a d8?
I picked up a 20.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it says medicine trained.
Okay. Medicine trained. Natural 1. is actually a critical failure.
I'm pretty sure I failed.
Yeah. Well, there's failing and then there's critical failing because you rolled a natural 1. It actually is a critical.
Okay.
You take.
So now I'm bleeding to death.
You take.
Got it.
You take You take D8 in damage.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
It was fun
no.
playing with you guys.
You're gonna be fine.
No, I'm not.
So she has 8 hit points and she's taken 7. So she drops to what's called. She goes from 7 points of damage to what's called dying 1. So for 10 minutes, she tries to stop the bleeding, get the kid out, do all this stuff on top of the wall there. And then she just faints away. What do you guys do?
They can't even see me.
Well, I'm trained in
They don't
medicine.
know.
Oh, you guys are all
They
talking.
can't see me. I'm on top of the wall.
True. But you guys are like, poking around, patting each other on the back all of a sudden, and then she just kind of lets out this little sigh and collapses with the proverbial wrist dangling over. That doesn't look good.
Oh no, the elf is looking in trouble. I'm gonna go see if I can help.
Okay. Your rope is all tangled up with frog and stuff. How do you get up there? She's 15 feet above you. Look, she's blurry even on camera. She's fading fast. What do you want to do? She's a dying 1.
Oh, I didn't realize she was that high
Round
up.
1, dying 1. Round 2, dying 2. Round 3, round 4. Now, she can stabilize as these count out to 4, but she gets to 4, she's actually dead. But she's not dead until the fat elf lady sings. So, without shaming, sorry, bad DM, you guys need to act quickly. What do you guys want to do? Get up to her or get her butt down here?
Can I make my way up to her?
Yep. Actually, she never retrieved her rope. It's still hanging there. She got up to the top of the wall and instantly started going medicine. May I suggest you send the medic up there? Who has medicine? Do you have medicine, Mr. Corey?
I have medicine. I'm gonna climb.
Okay. Well, you only put one guy on this rope, so she'll bleed out while you guys are fighting over said rope. So.
Yeah, I don't have medicine, so off you. Well,
okay.
I have a +2.
I got 2. I got an 8 and an 8.
This time it's the monk carrying the orc. Because climb, damn you! I'll get my medicine kit ready. All right, athletics trained, 8 and 8. You climb up one more, sir. Natural 20. Okay, jumping on the rope because you're handy. Okay, takes you a full round to get to the top. All right. Now, if you're going to try and dig into your gear and do medicine up here in a tiny 5x5 space, time is of the essence, sure, but this is going to be difficult because you're going to have to balance, make acrobatic checks to make a medicine check on her.
I'm also gonna have to make those checks to bring her down too, and that's probably not gonna be any easier.
Well, you could possibly toss her down. Anyway, it's round 2. So I need a flat, I believe it's a constitution check from Cheryl from Astra to stabilize because they can just sort of like stop bleeding and just lay there unconscious. So I'm fine. Also, you can use a hero point to not only stave off the dying condition, but to actually wake up with the wounded 1 condition. So I knew she'd be fine all along, but for said drama.
You didn't know anything.
What? I've played this game before, a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Again, it's not registering.
Not registering your con. Oh, there we go.
My constitution there.
Okay. Flat con of 9 is a fail. He gets up to the top, and you are dying too.
Yep.
Now, medicine, as I just told you guys, takes 10 minutes to do. So she will die before you can do it.
Can I use my hero point?
No, but if you had someone with magical healing and get them up here, someone who can cast magic healing in a single round, like I just explained this, but you guys went, monk, no, this guy, okay, up you went. Well,
all right, I'm gonna tie the
or
rope to her.
You could toss her to somebody that does have magical healing.
I was gonna say I'm gonna tie the rope to her and then lower her down to like where I just was.
Okay. So snatching up the rope, throwing it around, and then try to lower her down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can anybody heal here? I have nothing.
Okay. While this is going on, you guys have like free movement. So I'm assuming everyone is like trying to get closer or do something. Anyone?
Need to get over there.
Okay. So he goes flying up there. Bellaluna and the monk were interested in climbing the rope, so we'll put the monk in position, and Bellaluna, somebody needs to get in here. Anyway, she comes down, and he's got to lower her slowly, like 5 foot, and time is precious. So, if you like, Bellaluna, she is 10 feet off the ground. You could wade over and try to do some kind of athletics or acrobatics to try to you ever run up a wall and try and slap the mark at the top? Or you could wait another round as she goes deeper and deeper.
11 for athletics.
Okay, let's just say you don't dunk. At least you didn't fall on your butt, because if that was really low, there's always risk you could fall underwater. Okay, round 3, flat check at negative... sorry, I owe you a check. Right. So first check would be at -1. Second check would be at -2. So I owe you actually 2 checks, Cheryl. So give me a flat con check.
I already did a con check last time.
Yeah, you do one every round as you bleed out.
18.
18. Success. So you stop bleeding. You stop dying. You're stuck at dying 2. Anyway, these guys start lowering you down. They're trying to... You're unconscious. They start going up the wall, and then in round 3 or 4, because they're unaware.
I gave her a slap. I was just like, or I gave her a tug on the rope. I was like, "You're not dead yet. Wake up."
She's jiggling, on the... There you go. And as she lowers, well, you guys, without having the medicine check on top of her, knowing how she's along, you guys still believe she's bleeding out. So coming down, and in the perilous round 3, round 4 stage where she's about to die, she dangles 5 foot off the ground right in front of Bellaluna, and Bellaluna.
I'm trying to find my spells.
Oh, do you have laying hands?
I should, it's just not on my sheet.
Okay, so laying on hands is a flat base of 6 points.
Okay.
First level champion. I know, because I just made one for our up-and-coming Rotram, the Age of Discovery homebrew game under GM Jared Mercer. I get to play. I'm going to play a wolfkin champion.
Nice.
And I have lay on hands, and it's 6 flat points. And I made a champion so I would understand your character better and not screw this game up. So there you go. So as you dangle, okay, she's got the glowing hands, you rev them up, yeah? And,
yep, I do.
And as you try to lay on hands, there's Krug jerking her up and down like a rag doll going, "You're not dead yet. Oh, come on, get it. No.
Don't go into the light.
Just let me do my job.
See the line, Craig.
All right. I'll hold still.
Okay. So you cast your laying on hands and give her 6 points. So because she was at dying 3, I believe those 3 come off of the hit points, and then she magically gets 3 points and is at 3, or it just cancels all healing. Like there's enough to spare to bring her up to wounded 1. Either way, the character is alive. She's past the threshold of death and is considered baggage kind of thing.
I'm baggage.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to drag me around.
Well, you can move around and stuff, but you are considered wounded. You have the wounded 1. And if you do anything really stressful, like get into combat, it will become wounded 2, and that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll have to look all this stuff up relatively soon. And we'll see you guys next time, possibly after a short break or next week. Stay tuned. Say goodnight, Astra.
No. Good night.
She's not going gently into that good night.
No, I'm supposed to. I think the elf's bitter. I don't know why.
Oh, I don't know.